Hey, how's it going? It is All the News. My name is Adam, and we're looking at some interesting news today. Looking at Johnny Depp, excited for comeback, and our good friend the Sea Witch has new energy, it seems. New energy. What does that mean? Nobody knows. What does that mean? 1 year after the trial began, says sources, our good, vague sources who are always there for us. Tuesday marks 1 year since Johnny Depp's defamation trial against Amber Heard began in Fairfax County, Virginia. And so we're having a look at the Sea Witch's new energy. So we're hearing Johnny Depp and AH are in a much different place today, 1 year after the Depp's defamation case against his ex-wife kicked off in Virginia. As we know, the verdict reached on June the 1st after a controversial live televised 6-week trial ultimately fell more in Depp's favour. Well, there's an underestimation. Finding AH liable on all 3 counts of defamation, because she's a liar, in regards to her 2018 op-ed about coming forward with abuse allegations that she made up, and for extortion reasons. She was ordered to pay 10.35 million in damages, Jesus Christ, and he was to pay 2 million because of a counterclaim by his lawyer Adam Waldman's statement. And yes, both made appeals and eventually agreed on a settlement by December. Well, eventually agreed on a settlement, that's a sort of generous way of saying it. Johnny Depp graciously and generously offered her an agreement and a settlement. Otherwise, she would be forced to pay this much money, which she didn't have, and he knew that anyway. So he's just trying to shut the situation down. He had enough of her shenanigans. AH would pay Johnny Depp $1 million, which he'd donate to several different charities. Very good. A source, a good old anonymous source, close to AH, tells people the actress couldn't wait to leave the US with her daughter, and the US was very pleased that she left after the trial. She's mum to daughter Una Page, theoretically and allegedly, who turned 2 years old earlier this month, although this is questionable. What is this outfit? She looks like she's going to be running a circus or something. She needs a whip and some lions running around in a circle. She's been living in Spain, where she gets more privacy. The trial was beyond stressful for her, I'm sure it was, especially when you get caught out on your endless lies. And she just wanted to start fresh with new lies out of the country in Spain, the source said. She is excited about working and filming again. Really? I don't think so. I do not think so. She's not going to be working for anybody or filming anything ever again, as far as I can tell. She was exhausted and disappointed about the trial. She was exhausted and disappointed that people didn't believe her lies. That's what she was annoyed about. She felt she was mistreated, like she mistreated everyone else. The source adds, this is all behind her now. I wonder who this source is. Is this... yeah, I've got some names. This is all behind her now. She has new energy and is focused on things that she loves, which is lying. She loves lying. Post-trial, Johnny has been focused on work, an insider. So we've got a source and an insider going on, close to the actor. And last year he toured with Jeff Beck, who died in January at the age of 78. He returns to the big screen in an upcoming French language film, Jean de Barry. Yes, I got a little update about that as well, in which he plays King Louis XV, opposite co-star and director Maiween Le Besco. Such a jazzy name. The film will open the prestigious Cannes Film Festival on May 16th. It is possible to go and see that in Cannes if you are in Cannes, France. It's going to be Plage de la Cinema de la Plage, I think it is. As soon as his tour ended, he jumped into filming Jean de Barry. Filming was challenging, but Johnny's excited about the comeback, says the insider. He thinks it's perfect that the historical drama will open at Cannes. Indeed so. So an interesting little bit there. Johnny's been living in Europe. He's in Somerset since trial. He's been dating but doesn't have a girlfriend. So if you are in the market for a boyfriend or girlfriend, boyfriend, then and you're in Somerset and you like guitars, then sort yourself out. And he's going to direct the upcoming film Modi, based on Modigliani, which is by Dennis McIntyre, and this summer he's touring Europe with his rock band Hollywood Vampires, which is I'm going to go and see that. That's going to be freaking awesome. That is going to be freaking awesome. And then there's some shenanigans about AH and how she's lying generally about everything. And I can't be dealing with that woman. Cannot be dealing with her. Haven't got time in my life. But there's some interesting stuff going on here. I was looking at this. Johnny Depp's new film, director, here she is, Maiween Le Besco, is being accused of assaulting a journalist. I mean, what is going on here? So Mediapart is an online media company, and they publish rape accusations, but that's not the point. Hold on, we'll get to the point here. Johnny Depp's new film is directed by Maiween Le Besco, and recently she, not he, has been accused of assault by a journalist that was in a restaurant just a few weeks before the Cannes Film Festival, where it's going to be seen publicly for the first time. I mean, this is she, not he. The reported attack occurred in the 7th arrondissement, that just means area, in Paris, according to Edoui Plenel. He seems to be the guy that has made this complaint, and he's the editor of Mediapart magazine, and he is suing Maiween Le Besco for an attack back in February, where, according to the police report filed on March the 7th, the director, this is Maiween Le Besco, grabbed the editor's hair and spat on his face in a restaurant without saying, Jesus Christ, what is going on here? Let's have a little look. I was looking on here. This is from News in France, classic. So this guy, journalist Edoui Plenel, I probably don't pronounce that completely right at all, but there we go. He's filed a complaint against Maiween Le Besco for violence. The scene took place in a restaurant in the 12th Parisian district. The journalist and co-founder of the online media company Mediapart, Edoui Plenel, this guy, filed a complaint on March 7th against the director and actress Maiween Le Besco, who he accuses of having attacked him. This is reported to the Agence France Presse on Friday, March 7th. And it says here, the complaint for violence, which did not result in incapacity to full work, well, that's good, was transmitted to the officer of the Public Prosecution's Office. This indicates it's a criminal prosecution rather than civil. The competent court to deal with the contraventions. Yeah, that's criminal rather than civil. In his complaint, filed on March the 7th and consulted by Agence France Presse, the president and publication director of Mediapart, this guy, relates that on February 22nd, while having dinner with a lawyer in a restaurant, this is all very French, a woman previously seated alone at another table arose and in a very short period of time seized violently by the hair, threw his head back and spat in his face. This is meant to be Maiween Le Besco. What is going on? What is occurring? The woman, later identified by restaurant staff as Maiween Le Besco, hastily left the restaurant without anyone being able to intervene, given the speed of the action. No word was spoken during the attack. I mean, what? Who does that sort of thing? No motive given for the assault. Very, very, very extremely strange. If the attack was of no physical consequence, it was completely damaging on a moral and psychological level, it's noted in the complaint, leaving the journalist very traumatised by hate manifested. I would find it very, very strange and weird and horrible. The act is unique but is no less violent and somehow traumatic, even in the absence of physical damage, reacted to AFP. Pierre-Emmanuel Blard, the lawyer, said, even for this kind of act there can be no impunity, he added. So there is some form of justification down here. According to the deductions of this guy, Edoui Plenel, who personally never had any trouble, I think that means personally never had any trouble with the director before, it is pointed out in the complaint that articles published by the Mediapart company about the suspicions of this, I can't say on YouTube, targeting Luc Besson, which is her previous husband, I don't know if they're married, previous partner, her former companion, and father of one of her children. All these, like his and hers, are all wrong. But yeah, so this company reported suspicions of this bad behaviour of Luc Besson, which is her former partner and father of her children, and that's why she did it. So accused of this by actress Sand Van Roy, the filmmaker benefited from a dismissal confirmed on appeal in 2022. Right. So, So it seems this guy runs a media company. The media company produces some reports about Maiween's husband, and she's sitting in a restaurant alone, which seems very strange for a director of films, but there we go. They're French, maybe they do this all the time. And she sees this guy, she gets angry, she's thinking, oh, it's that guy from Media Port, or whatever it's called, Media Part. I'm going to go over there and do this bastard in, and grabs him, pulls his hair back, spits in his face, and then legs it. What a French people, man! Jesus Christ, what is going on? What is occurring? So yeah, well, that's all the news I've got today. What very strange indeed. Let me know your thoughts, and yeah, very strange. Okay, let me know your thoughts, and yeah, more news on the Johnny Depp situation soon. I will catch you guys later.